welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very exciting video. So Topping the Curve, my law school coaching business. I officially started that business about June or July of 2022. And so at the time of this recording, we are close to or right at that 2-year mark. And I have made over $300,000 since starting my business. And at this point in time, about $200,000 in 2024 alone. And then so the previous year was a little over 100,000. So only going on the up and up. I pretty much doubled what I did in 2023 here in 2024. So I'm going to be talking to you guys all about what I would do if I were starting over. So if you were just starting a business, thinking about starting a business, or getting ready to, this video is for you. Or if you already have a business and you're not seeing the revenue that you would like to be seeing, this video is also for you. So let's go ahead and jump right in. The first thing I would do is I would start an email list almost immediately. So I don't think that I started an email list until like a serious email list until maybe like a couple months into starting my business. And it was on like MailChimp, and it wasn't like I didn't pay for it. It was the free version. I would scrap all of that and get a paid email list. I would use ConvertKit and start paying for it and start getting people into that list. Why? When you have an email list, you always have a group of people. If you are making sure that you are getting to and talking to the right people, which is another tip I'll get to later, but you always have people to sell to. And that is so important. You always want to have people to sell to, people who are interested in your product, interested in what you have to say, interested in what you have to offer. And so you need to start collecting those people on an email list. There was a study, or maybe it was in a book I read or a podcast I listened to, because you guys know I'm constantly learning, about how if you are able to get someone's email, they are more likely to pay you, or they're more likely to work with you, because that is one of those things that people keep close to their hearts, keep close to themselves. They don't just give it out. So that's the first reason, is because you always want to have a group of people to sell to. The second thing is because social media and just things that you are not in control of can be fleeting. It can fail at any second. Facebook could decide to close your account, TikTok can close your account, Instagram can close your account. You may have to start all over. You do not want to rely on one piece or one social media channel or whatever it may be to get the majority of your money from, or to be a successful business. Email is something that you control. Once you have those people's emails, you have their emails. And of course, yeah, you're signed up on someone else's platform or an email service or whatever, but you still have those emails. You can download and export that data. You still have that. You still have control. So having that control is, again, something that you're going to want to make sure you have. I've heard too many horror stories of people losing their Facebook accounts, losing their Instagram accounts, having to start all over. And like, you just want to avoid that. Luckily, that has not happened to me. But again, so for that reason, you're going to want to make sure you got started with that email list, so that you have more control and are, again, able to sell to the people whenever you want to, and not having to kind of force the people to come to you through social media or through other channels. The second tip that I have for you guys is to sell early and sell often. I think this was something that I actually did do, and it was one of the things that I was really proud of doing. So my thing is always this: selling does not mean that, or let me put it this way. What I mean when I say sell early and often, I'm not talking about give no value and expect people to pay you. I went into business, and this is, I think, 100% a lot of why I do have the success I have. I went into business because I wanted to help other people. I started my law school coaching business because I wanted to give to other people what I didn't have and make it easier for them to achieve what I have achieved without having to go through the struggles that I went through and figuring out by like running around in circles, right? And so I went in with the idea that I want people to have easier access to this. Now, of course, that doesn't mean you don't deserve to get paid. You deserve to get paid for your time and your expertise. People are not entitled to that. But what I'm saying is, make sure you are giving value. When you are giving value, people will naturally want to pay you for your expertise, or people will naturally want to work with you because you can help them achieve something that they want to achieve. I say this to my clients all the time. If I had a me back when I was doing it, I would have threw all types of money at them, because if you're telling me, Sephora, I can get you into law school so you can leave with no debt, which I pretty much had close to a full scholarship. I can land you to federal clerkship so that you can command a 6-figure bonus so that you can have the career freedom. I can do and have a job paying $200 plus thousand, 225,000 starting. Is higher now because I'm not a first year associate, but 225 coming out of law school, right? Then I would have thrown money at them if you're telling me that you can help me reach these goals. Because yes, the investment on the front end may seem like a lot, but I'm always someone who's looking forward to my future. And when I'm looking at that future, this investment is minimal. And so again, that's essentially what you want to be thinking about. And I know I kind of like veered off path here, but with the sell early and often, show them what you are offering them. Show them how you can get them to that final result and make it something that they actually want. You can't just sell something that you want to sell. You have to sell something that people actually want, that people actually desire. And don't hold back. So this is really the piece about the sell early and often. So many times, so many people will just like talk about, give advice or do all these things or give motivational content or talk or give helpful information and then not sell anything. You have to tell them. And so if you want help with this, you need to buy this. And I can help you with this, sign up for this. And I can do this for you, sign up for this. And I have this offer, do you want to buy it? Or you have to tell them. You have to tell them you are offering them something and invite them to buy it. And do that early and do that often. I found out just through trial and error, just through watching the stats, just through systemization, guys. It's been a long morning, okay? I have figured out through the more emails I send, the more money I make, period. There's a period behind that sentence. The more social media posts I make, the more money I make, period. The more selling posts I make, the more money I make, period. Right? And so I started off with the fact of giving value and showcasing that value because people aren't going to buy from you if you have no value or you're going into it with the wrong intentions. But again, like I said, that doesn't mean you have to charge dirt poor prices. You are worth your time. You've worked your way up to get to wherever it is you are trying to get to, and you deserve to be compensated accordingly. But you can also help people get to that transformation they're looking for, and you have to tell them that. Okay? So number 3. Well, this falls in like right on track. Price according to your expertise and your value and what you can offer and the transformation that your clients are going to get. So when I first started off, I was charging hourly. Big mistake. Because my time, what I'm getting my clients is not an hourly based charge. Right? If I'm saving my clients $100,000+ to get into law school and I charge them $300 an hour, no, that's not gonna work, because I'm spending my time hourly and that's eating up my day. That's eating up time I could be spent doing something else. Right? Time is more valuable than money. And it took me a while to realize that. Time is more valuable than money. There's no way that I could build a business meeting with people one-on-one for 1 hour at $300 an hour. I would burn out. And then no one would get help. Right? And so instead, you need to focus on charging according to your expertise, charging according to your value, right? And so how are you looking at this? Look at what you've accomplished and how much it cost you to get there. How much investments you had to make to get there. Look at the transformation that you're getting your clients and what is the value on that. So for me, mine was pretty easy. Right? I worked at 2 of the top big law firms in the country. I had 2 federal clerkships, things that only 3% of law students can land. I help my clients go to law school for free. I help them get hundreds of thousands of dollars in scholarships from the school and outside scholarships. Right? And I help them land big law jobs that pays $225,000 starting. I help them land federal clerkships. I help them do all these things. And so that was that first piece. And then even going back, what did it cost me to do these things? I was spending thousands of dollars flying across the country to go interview at federal clerkships, right? So I had my own coaches. I had my own mentors. There's so many things that can go into how you figure out how you price, but this is important and why I say don't necessarily just immediately jump into an hourly pricing model like I did. So I would change that for sure if I were to do it again. Number four is get really, really clear in your marketing. This was another thing that in the beginning, I didn't do as well as I do now. You have to know exactly who you are marketing to. You have to know exactly who you are speaking to. You have to know exactly what those clients' needs are, what their wants are, and what their goals are. So ultimately, when I first started, I was kind of just marketing to anyone applying to law school. This year, this year, or maybe the end of 2023, is when I really realized I'm not just wanting to work with anyone who's applying to law school. No, I want to work with the people with the big dreams. I want to work with the people who want the big law job, who want the federal clerkships. That's who I want to work with, because those people are the most motivated. Those people are the ones who are more likely to willing to make the investment in their future. Those people are the ones who have big goals and need the big help to get there. Those things are what I did and what I can help people do as well, right? And so really getting clear in your marketing on who exactly it is you want to work with, or who's going to be a good fit for your business. Because when you work with me, I make it easy for you. Like, I tell you exactly what to do, when you need to do it, how you need to do it. But you still have to do it, okay? But you still have to do it. And I found that those people who have those big goals, who are interested in doing the things I've done, who are interested in having these big careers, who want the career freedom, who want the flexibility, are the ones who are willing to do that, are the ones who are willing to put in that work, right? And so again, getting really clear on who that is in your marketing, and call that person out. Call that person out in your marketing. And so that is something that if I would go back, I would change earlier on. I would get really clear on my marketing messages and solely call out those people, which is what I do now. If you want to get a big law job, if you want to get a federal clerkship, if you want this, et cetera, career freedom, flexibility, right? So that's what you have to think about, is getting really clear in your marketing and who you're talking to, so that you make sure your values are aligned and you're working with clients who are just as invested in their success as you are. Because sometimes I would find that I was more invested in my client's success than they were, because they weren't as serious about reaching their goals. Number 5, pick one social media channel, maybe max 2, and go all in. I only recently, again, started doing this year, but when you are just starting out, you're dividing your attention by trying to focus on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Like, it's too much to do all of that at once, and ultimately dividing your attention means minimizing your funds. I would pick, again, 1, maybe 2 max social media platforms or marketing platforms in general, whatever you choose that to be, to go all in on. Build your audience there, build your business foundation there, and then once that's built, then start branching out into another platform, and then so on and so forth, and then you can start hiring people to help you with that, right? So for me, initially I was like kind of straddling a couple different platforms until eventually I really just said, I'm gonna stick with TikTok, right? Because I noticed that's what I really like doing. It was easier to just sit and record the videos, and I built up an audience of over 30,000 there, right? And so then I said, okay, got this audience set, got this audience built up, I'm gonna start incorporating YouTube, because to me, I really like video, so of course I would choose another video platform. So then now I started posting more on YouTube. You'll see my law school videos at least once a week, right? And so really pick one platform to go all in on to build that audience, because when you're dividing your attention between those different platforms, again, you're dividing those funds. The final thing that I would say to what I would go back and change is to build something that your audience wants, that is really valuable, and give it to them for free. I have tons of free things. I have free guides, I have free timelines, and it's super valuable, and you can use it, and some people are going to find success from it, and honestly, that is the goal. But when you do that, they will trust you, and you need that trust factor before people are going to be willing to pay you, right? And so I have those free things. I give it out to them for free. They get it when they sign up for my email list, and then from there, we carry and build that relationship. And so promote that thing also early and often, so that you can start building that trust factor a lot quicker. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what other types of videos you want to see in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you on my next video. Make sure to follow us on social media. My personal socials are Sephora Gray Esquire, ESQ for short, and Topping the Curve for all law school coaching. And if you are in law school and getting ready to start law school, make sure you go to toppingthecurve.com to sign up for that coaching. I will see you guys on my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.